It's Fragrance Friday. Y'all, I am back. And I told y'all we're going to be talking about solar fragrances this week. I'm really excited. Fragrance Friday, Solar Edition. I know I've talked about solar fragrances before when we were doing the whole breakdown, like the 101 of fragrance. And solar fragrances are the ones that remind us of the sun. They remind us of tropical time, vacation. So think sunscreen, think white flowers like ylang ylang, however you want to pronounce it. Tahitian monoi, um, jasmine. Also think tropical fruits, your mangoes, your peaches, your pineapples. So those are going to be more of your solar fragrances. They tend to have a very similar quality. And the one thing about them is everyone's not going to love a solar because many solar fragrances do rely on the floral note, and it's a white floral note. It's not a rose note, which is a more classic floral, but white florals are tend to be creamy in my opinion, and they tend to have that more acquired taste kind of vibe to them. So it might not be your speed, but I've got a variety of solar fragrances I want to talk to y'all about. Now, the first one, we're pretty close. I think we're a week off from Juneteenth. So y'all know I'm not gonna play when it comes to Black founders, Black creators. Let me grab this one. I've raved about them before. We're gonna talk about this one more time. This is from Harlem Perfume Company. I love the brand. They have so many wonderful fragrances that honor Harlem Renaissance legends, Black icons. Like they really get it right. They have an exclusive collection with Sephora, and the two fragrances that are exclusive to Sephora are Showgirl and Golden Muse. And today we're talking about Golden Muse. This is a wonderful, I mean, truly wonderful solar fragrance. And any chance I get to support a Black owned business, I'm going to. So we're going to give this a couple miss and let's talk about the notes here. I know this one has Tahitian Monoi in it because I instantly, that's the first thing I smell, and vanilla. Sea salt, Tahitian Monoi, and vanilla caviar. It has a very present vanilla moment. But that Tahitian Monoi is very reminiscent of like if you've never smelled Monoi, it has a very unique quality. To me, that reminds me of floral sunscreen. Like it literally makes me think of vacation every time I smell Monoi. But this black balance is so good because you get that salty, almost skin like quality, and then you're also getting that vanilla caviar to sweeten it up. It is a really delicious balance. Mmm, man, that's good. That's like easily like a vacation fragrance. Easily take this with you on vacation. You're going on a trip, something quick. You can pop a little travel bag, pop it in your travel bag, and that little travel size will be perfect for that one. Another fragrance that I love that has those solar qualities, and this is a fragrance I wear on days when I don't know. And I've already put a little bit on, but I'm going to reapply. Even when I don't know what I want to wear, I don't know what vibe I want to give. If it's hot, and it might maybe the shoulders are going to be out or the arms, the legs. If it's hot and I don't know what I want to wear and I'm not going Jean Paul Gaultier Paradise Garden, I'm probably going to go with Skylar. And this is Nude Skin. This is such a beautiful fragrance. We have notes of, I think they have it right here. We have notes of, yeah, radiant, intimate, soft, like a tender caress, leaving you bathed in a sense of comfort and intimacy. It's tiger orchid and warm vanilla embody the familiar scent of soft, radiant skin. Um, Tiger orchid, warm vanilla, and golden amber. And the tiger orchid is what gives it this quality about it. Now, this is not a perfume oil, although it's in a rollerball. This is an eau de parfum. So I do actually like balancing things with this, and I will still pat and not rub this one in like I would an oil. But it's just one of those smells that I'm like, easy, very easy to layer with. But when I just want something quick to throw on, maybe I'm going to be out in the garden or whatever, this would be something I'd have on. Mm. I've recently started layering it with this new one from Gisu. I smelled this the other day, and I'm talking about this over on TikTok. So if you're coming from TikTok, hello, Gisu, here it is. Pineapple Pop, juicy pineapple, vibrant. Wearing this with nude skin is a really nice layer. Like it's nice because you get that juicy pineapple quality that settles into a really nice warm skin. warm skin scent. It adds some complexity to both of them, which is really nice because they're both, in my opinion, fairly simple scents. They're nothing. There's nothing too crazy about them. No, like just really out there notes. But layering them together gives them a little bit more complexity and a little bit more longevity. Um, this is a fairly new one. I actually don't think I've worn this one out yet. I've put it on before, but I don't think I've worn this out. So this is the new Glossier Soie Deep Blue. It's the darkest shade they have now, and this is supposed to be their solar fragrance in the Glossier U collection. So let's give it a gander. I remember the first several times I smelled this, I just didn't like it. I was like, it's not giving solar. Like, I don't know if it's me, but it's not getting, and now it's totally giving solar. What's interesting is it does smell like the original Glossier U with a solar twang. That's literally, and that's what I like about their collection. If you like Glossier U, then the other ones are just enhancements essentially of that original chemistry. That original formula it's nice as a skin scent. It's warm, it's got a touch of spice, it's got a touch of wood, but it lasts for a long time, which most of us are wanting longevity, if anything. Also makes it a great layering fragrance. This is nice though. It just has this really pretty solar quality on the top, but it's still at its core Glossier U. Woody, that bit of spice that you might get from like a pink peppercorn or saffron. They do tend to tweak the notes a little bit in between their different scents, but I like this one. It's nice, easy to layer. I'll probably layer it with one of my all-time favorite solar fragrances, y'all. I love this one. I should have pulled the notes so I can tell you how each of them, but this is one of my favorites. This is Bronze Goddess La Nuit. Oh no, Bronze Goddess Nuit from Estee Lauder. And let me tell you, I've smelled some Estee Lauder fragrances that left me less than impressed. Um, this one right here, though, this is one of my favorite solar fragrances, and I cherish this travel size. Even though I could easily just get another bottle, I cherish it because this is so good. I've taken this on numerous trips. Took this to New Orleans one year, um, for like a family vacation. Mm. It does have a sunscreeny kind of quality about it, but it's kind of sexy. It's like a sexy solar sunscreen, but it's a nighttime fragrance. It's crazy because none of that, all of that together makes sense. But when you smell it, it does. Mm, I love that. I love that. We've talked about some of these other ones before, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with them, especially this one. We recently talked about this one. This is La Bomba from Carolina Herrera. And I'm gonna tell you what makes this a solar is the fact that you've got that pitaya note. That dragon fruit is vibrant. It really smells like fruit punch to me. And when I layer this with something like sparkling peach from Kayali, which could count as a solar, um, you layer them together and it smells like a literal adult fruit punch. Like it's got a fruit punch vibe. I like it. It's fun. This is gonna be a fun, vibrant. Take it to the cookout. Go on a date. Something, like you want something cute and just nice. This will be fun. This will be fun. For the more fun times. Yeah, that's a fun fragrance because it's flirty and fun, like, and it gives that same kind of vibe of like the Gisu pineapple, where there's like really juicy fragrances and they've got a little bit of complexity, but they're not like crazy complex. Like you're getting a fruity scent, and that's what it is. I tend to go for more complex combinations. So even when I do my fruity scents, like the Taskine peach, which could also count as a solar, I tend to wear that with something that's maybe emphasizing peach skin, not juicy peach fruit. Not the flesh of the fruit, but the actual skin. Or what's the other one that had the peach nectar? Sparkling peach, wearing that with something that's gonna like the vanilla bourbon fragrance that I have. It balances, it adds some spice, it adds some sweetness, but it's not straight fruity. Because that's not always the vibe. That's not everybody's vibe. So another fragrance, and this one I want to talk about a little bit because it's got a note in it that it's either gonna work for you or it's not. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's like muscadosmia. You're gonna smell it or you're not. And I hate if you can't smell it. And I hate if it doesn't work for you. Um, I wonder if there's some kind of study so I can figure out why so many of these unique fragrances work for my pH or for my body. But one of those is the Power of You. This is an Armani fragrance. This is one of their probably their newest launch, and it has this gorgeous passion fruit note. And to me, it smells like an elevated, like adult passion fruit fragrance. It smells so good to me. It smells like passion fruit, like sorbet. Like it's just it's nice. It's classy, it's elegant, but it's got that fruit quality, but there's some complexity to it. So good. But for some people, when you wear this fragrance, it goes really musky. And that is a passion fruit quality. That is the thing about passion fruit is it can go musky on certain skin and not smell the greatest. So be ye warned. If you can go into a Sephora or any of our department stores, or I think they even have this at Ulta. If you go in and smell it, try and spray it on the skin and wear it a little bit. See if this is going to turn on you before you purchase this, because it's not going to be everybody's vibe. It's just not. I love it, but I've heard a lot of people who don't, but it's still a beautiful fragrance. It's got some complexity to it. Finally, I'm going to talk about one of my OG solar fragrances. I have another one which I recently did when I broke down my collection and we talked about the Versace Dylan Turquoise. That's technically a solar fragrance. It's got that saponic, summery kind of vibe to it. Uh, this was one of the first ones I got into from Fleur, and this is Solar Power. And we're going to talk about the notes here because this is to me a perfect example of a solar fragrance. So the olfactive family is florals. On the top note, you've got Italian red mandarin, sun drenched bergamot, and jasmine absolute. Jasmine's very solar. In the heart, you've got neroli, solar. Um, Orange flower, solar. And on the base, you've got driftwood, solar musk, and sea salt, all solar. This is like your the epitome of a solar fragrance. It is so truly beautiful and it's vibrant. Like when I say vibrant, I mean this fragrance sticks out. It really sticks out. I was trying to see if there was any like story on here about it because Fleur is definitely good for their stories. We've got something there and it smells so good. Oh, I know what that is. This bronze goddess. It's so good. Okay, bronze goddess Nui, and then solar power over here. And it's so it is like a juicy solar because you do get the mandarin, you do get the bergamot, and then it definitely starts going into more of those that floral note. You're getting the jasmine coming through. The jasmine almost has a bit of a powdery kind of vibe in this, but the fragrance itself doesn't go powdery. You're getting a touch of that salt. Mm, that's a good one. But like I say, I always tell people, Fleur, in my opinion, doesn't really miss. Now, those new body mists, we'll have to talk about those sometime soon because that Paradise Nectar, girl, I don't know what y'all had going on over there. I don't agree. I disagree. The other one, the blue one, oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. Very aquatic, marine, fresh, perfect. That Paradise Nectar, mm-mm, mm-mm. But y'all, I thank you so much for tuning into this Fragrance Friday. As we talked about solar fragrances, get on those comments, y'all. Talk to me. Let me know if there's anything else y'all want to see, if you have any questions. And I will see y'all on the next one. Phoenix Day out.